Should be working.
Okay.
I think it's so that you can see if you want to.
Probably better. Alright. Do we have the... Where's the browser? I have to find the material. Just a second.
Yeah,
which tab is this?
Let me find
I need help. Oh, yeah, okay. Nice.
Oh, there's no tab open for it.
Marta Matos.
Oh wait, is that on my guitar? No, that's on.
It's the new branch.
Yep.
So, did you look into this pre-class reading stuff? Maybe?
Probably not.
Probably not. We didn't. Yeah, we didn't mention it. Okay.
Can you make the
A little
like
bit.
if you press control and scroll up?
Oh, scroll up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This is probably better.
Can you read it?
Is it okay?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, the first thing we want to mention here is just the data definition language, which we also looked a bit about. We looked at it a little bit last time for like creating tables. We had the simple task database with 3 tables, and yeah, I think today we're gonna be doing kind of a new version of that with the many-to-many relation instead, isn't it? Like this one?
Yep, basically.
Yeah. So I guess you should also check this out. I can maybe share it on Slack. Oh, there's something weird with the resolution here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, I just need to look at the
Yeah, like I said, to mirror the displays, but the resolutions are super different.
Okay. It's like, is it the app or the...
I close the app, open, but you can open the app. Like
Push on the desktop.
there should, no, there isn't.
Oh, okay.
Is that the last one?
What?
This one? The last one that you have stamped on?
The last one?
No, this is the new schema. So we're gonna be creating a new database.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I think we should revert to what the same database.
Yeah, so I guess you could start by just yeah, I'll post this real quick and then so this is the raw SQL file, and then I need to copy this and find the workbench, and then we need to create a new schema like last time, and I think I'll call this HYF task db2 maybe. And just like last time, you specify the UTF-8 MB4 character set and this one, UTF-8 MB4 Unicode CI.
So we should make new.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was the second one, yeah?
Yeah, the second one. So then we just click apply, and it shows us what it's planning to do. And this looks about right, so I'll click apply, and we're done.
You just okay. Algorithm, what is it?
Algorithm?
Yeah, you just have to push on apply now?
Yeah. So when the window shows, you just click apply.
Oh, what's
Each database that we created, it can be related to one specific website, or just one, we have to have one database for all of our websites.
No, you can have as many as you like. So they are all isolated. So you can have one for your blog and one for your if you are doing a game or something, and they are not they cannot interfere.
And is it possible to use two databases for one website?
Yeah, you can also do that. Then you just connect to both. So you can also do migrations of data that way.
You know, when we create the new SQL, I know where we are going to save it, but when this database is going to save?
Where it saves on the computer?
Yes.
It chooses a specific path to. It's just the MySQL default.
Okay.
But you can change it. But I wouldn't do that. It's just easier if it's the default place.
What will happen if you change, for example, reset your computer to reset factory? You lose all of things, yes?
Yeah. If you format the computer, then it's gone.
Yeah.
So, but it's pretty dangerous to mess with the internal files of MySQL. Then it could get corrupted. So it's better to use the tools around MySQL. Yeah.
Now we do a new pt1 and we call it change the name or something.
So now has everyone got the new database created?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have it. I tried to install it again because last night I lost everything. But I don't know what is this error.
No compatible servers were found. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you need to install the server. Did you format the computer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. I will ask
Yeah, you need to find the right download. So.
Take the file. Try save R. Oh, the script R. Can you save it? The control.
Yeah, so you should see in the left here where you have the list of databases. If I collapse this, you can see right now the old one is selected. So that's the one that has the bold text. So you should find the new one you just created and double click it. So you change to that database. Now if I write something here, then it's gonna work on that database. So you should just paste in what we had from GitHub, the new schema, and yeah, you can save it if you want. Yeah, but I'm just gonna click on the execute.
You know, I saw on the one tutorial, he didn't make any database in the beginning. He just wrote create database.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I could also have written create database hyf task db2 like this. Yeah, it's easier to get all the character sets right by using the wizard. So that's the only difference. So should we move on?
But it doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
So I made another database and rename it to Class 2 Set it as default.
What?
Set as default schema.
Okay.
And after that I run the code started definitely.
Does it have
Before
any?
I import the SQL file, but now I want to use this one.
Did you get an error?
No, I didn't. Yeah. Create a user. Not know how to it want to import to the previous database.
Okay. Yeah. So
I
it's.
changed. I didn't change the database. So
Yeah. You should select the new database here. Just double click.
I just double click.
And it should become bold.
Yeah,
The text.
now it's bold.
And then try to run this again.
Okay.
Oh, wait. The table already exists.
Before that, it's one.
So, what happened is that apparently you created already the table. Okay, try executing everything again. Just
Might have been a
I
partial.
imported before, but it doesn't import anything.
so it's saying that table user already exists in the database.
We don't have any table until now. See, but before maybe it's this one. Now.
Okay, let me do something.
You know, this is the online.
I'm going to just drop the tables.
This is the online.
What was it?
Oh, can use it, but I execute it.
Because that's a problem that everyone else makes.
It shouldn't.
Let me see the first.
But in general, the table is already there.
So I may be removing this first line.
Yeah. Maybe it's great, but it doesn't show. Is it possible?
It's possible that it's not complete.
Yeah, unsigned syntax.
So,
I'm not sure why. Oh, it's not MySQL. It's SQLite.
Like I just
It's a different database. So yeah.
Can you like explain that thing of like create table if not exists and also drop
Oh,
them if
Yeah.
because
One thing you can do.
existed already.
Okay. If you have a table already existing, sometimes if you the query can get halfway through, like the first whenever there's a semicolon, that's a place where MySQL could stop. So it probably stopped here, and then you only had the user table. Then when you ran it the second time, thanks, it saw that it was already existing. So what you can do is you can say if not exist, like this. So it will only create it if it doesn't exist already. That's one way. Or you can do this before. Say drop table user, like this. I think it's called user. Yes. And then when you run this, it will remove the table, and then you can start over. But I won't do this now because then it'll blow away the tables. Yeah.
You know, I think probably it isn't related to saving the file or not. If you don't save it, then it can say, okay, this table is already active. But if you save it to another name, you will see it as another project.
No. The file is not. It's just for you can load it up later if you want to, but it's not related to what's in the database itself.
So, but you had Windows. I don't have Windows. And I have the same app. And I have the same app. You have the other didn't.
But that was because he selected the wrong database, I think, or something. But can you get it to work now?
No.
Okay. Great. So let's just quickly go through this so we can see the differences. I think basically maybe I should show the ER diagram as well. Let's see. Let's So it's almost the same as last time. You can probably see where it's different. So the user table is basically the same as before, and the status as well. So, but can you notice any differences? And what are those differences? If you can describe them.
So there's an extra table. What the heck is that table?
And just ignore this one.
User task. All of them is the foreign key. User task. It doesn't have any ordinary key.
Yeah, this
The bridge between the two.
this table is new, and it's as you said, it's basically 2 foreign keys, and this ID you should just ignore. It's not a part of the. It's just a mistake. So what this is a many-to-many relation between tasks and users, because now we want to modify the database so that many users can have many tasks, and many tasks can be assigned to many users. So this is the way we do it. We introduce a new table that has foreign keys for both sides, so user ID and task ID, and then we use those two together to form a primary key for this table. So that's why I said you should ignore this ID, because basically these two combined are the primary key.
Which you call a composite.
Yeah.
So is it originally it was just the user table and the task table, but it was meant to was broken down to have
Yeah, so basically the way you do it is you take you can't have a many-to-many without an extra table. So you have in this yeah, exactly, you have this one-to-many and many-to-one or one-to-many, depending on the direction.
So it means that
Exactly.
the main one is the user task. That from there everything is start.
You could say that. I would probably say it's still task, because it's a task-oriented database.
Because I see the arrows, on task, it's not related to the user if it not goes through the user task table.
That's true.
So I think that from user task you can get everything.
But you can still have users and tasks that
Yeah.
are not connected.
I mean, you can, using joins, you can basically connect them all. Still, it's
So originally you had many users assigned to one task and many tasks assigned to one user.
Yeah, that's right. Before you had
So you could have one user having many tasks and many tasks having the same user, or one task having
many users.
So you just like merge together. So it's a clarification thing.
So before you only
Yeah.
each task only had one user.
Yeah.
One user could have many tasks. But now one task can have like 2 or 3 users assigned to it. So the user ID will become like a lister of users, like the field that we had before, user ID. And you don't put the lists in one field in SQL. So
yeah, one of
That's
the
how it
normal
works.
forms that we are gonna talk about later, I guess.
so you create a new table just to do the linking. And yeah, you call it a linking table. Another thing.
Yeah.
Linking user table.
So now we've seen the graphical representation, and then we can just quickly go through this create table statements. The first one is the same, so it's basically what we had before, and the same goes for status. But then in task, we've basically removed one foreign key, the one that related to user. Before there was also a user ID here. And then we introduced this new table down here, where we have both foreign keys, user and task ID, and we say the primary key is both these together. So that's how you specify that. And you can have, you can also have a primary key of 3 or 4 columns, but this is the most common when using this.
Do they join together and make a new number, or?
Yeah. So it's basically you can have 1 and 1, 1 and 2. You know, as long as they are unique.
Okay.
So that takes care of that. So you could never assign the same user to the same task more than once. That's how you avoid that by having this primary key.
Go to the up one table, please.
Hmm.
That's it.
The task.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, but now we go down to the user task table.
Yeah.
What is the ID?
The
ID field.
there is no ID field.
So in the image is something wrong.
Yeah, on the image is wrong. So we have to change that. That's a mistake.
Okay.
So there's only these two columns. And yeah, as we saw last time, we define both foreign keys with a constraint, and that they reference the user and the task. And I guess it's on delete cascade for both. And yeah, there's also an update, but that's not really important. So, any questions about that so far?
I didn't understand, for example, primary key. Why you put that as primary key?
Why we use this?
If they are foreign key, so why we have it? Before they were a foreign key, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Now in this table, we want to connect it to the other table, so it should be foreign key.
It is foreign key. So both user ID and task ID are foreign keys individually. But we also, every table should have a primary key. So instead of inventing a new ID, we just use this unique combination.
Okay.
So it's a cleaner way to do it.
So for example, now we have a two tuple. We have a pair that's unique.
Yeah.
Not one number, for example. For example, 1 and 2, and for example 1 and 3 is different.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can put, for example, n tuples.
Yeah. So you only have you couldn't have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 again.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So that's how you specify this with the.
So this person, for example, person 1 do task 1, do task, for example, 2. If you want to sign again, for example, person 1 task 2, it's provided. It's started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get an error.
Yeah.
So it helps you in that way. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're seeing here. And again, this is we need to fix this for next time.
How can we work in the workbench? Picture from the.
Oh yeah. If you want to do that, maybe it's tools, or maybe it's. I think it's database and reverse engineer. Maybe. Oh, I don't have the password. Maybe not. Add diagram. Yeah, you can create a diagram here, but
you want to create the.
yeah, I was kind of.
I think you go to like tools maybe.
I was thinking maybe.
Or reverse engineer, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it asks for password, so I.
I'll just
yeah.
put the password.
But
Reverse
yeah.
engineer?
Reverse engineer, and then you put in your root password and click next. Oh, and then you specify which database you want to use. I'll take the new one.
Yeah.
And next, and execute. Next. A lot of clicking next. And then
It's in the corner.
down here, yeah, it's down here. So you have
Oh, they
to,
make it for you.
yeah.
What did you start?
So, but you can drag these around and arrange it in a way that makes sense. Yeah. So,
So that actually, I will show you. You go to database,
Yeah.
reverse engineer.
It wasn't mission.
Yeah, you next, and you put your password.
Yes.
Oh.
Then you do next, and you put then your schema that you want to change. Then you do next, execute, and next. So actually, it's better to start from this scratch and do it.
If you're designing a database, yeah, usually you will make like a schema on a piece of paper, to like organize your thoughts, and then you actually write the SQL code.
yeah.
It's good to work with computer.
Maybe we'll later on we'll design some schemas on here also. So, but yeah, it's just it's a quick way to get an overview.
So this would be nice if you're given a database.
But
I don't
that's the
know
type of
anything
what you
about
have written.
And a question, when
I'm not
because
difficult,
you
it's not
connected some
difficult.
of these
Like,
tables
if
together,
Mhm.
you know, actually the status
We
just
are working with a database that's already there.
does it have
It's nice to
access to
generate
the
this
task,
info.
yes, not to the user
Like
task.
you'll have an overview of what's
No, actually, the status it doesn't have access to the task, but the task knows the status. So it's the other way around,
not necessarily on the computer, you can just
because the arrow is pointing to the status.
Yeah, you start with
So the user task,
first you
this
organize
one
your thoughts,
has access to
which
task,
is the hard part.
Yes, and
and
to
the
user.
And
user
then you do the
and the user task access to the user.
Mm.
So the most important part is the user task, yes.
I'm not really. I don't want to say it's the most important part, because you could easily have like 3 or 4 of these types of tables. It just depends on which kind of relations you have. So it's. I still want to say that task is the most central thing in this example, because it's a task database. But it's kind of subjective, I guess. So
That's why I was
yeah.
asking why there is the arrow, that collate everything, so everything starting from user task.
You have to change it.
Yeah, it
define
points.
everything,
Mm,
kind of bridge from.
mm. Yeah, and the way MySQL knows how to do these arrows is because we defined the foreign key constraints. So it knows which tables are linked together. So yeah, I don't really want to destroy this new shiny database, but I guess we should look at how you can alter tables as well.
Why the new method?
Maybe I should do a copy.
we can just create a new one afterwards.
yeah.
Can you make that thing larger, please?
Yeah, it's very small.
It's hard to read from here. Yeah, perfect.
This is better. Okay. So we've looked at how to create tables and
So
oh, this is the first one.
Yeah.
I'm confused. This is homework. There's so many tabs.
That's lesson 2.
Yeah. So we should also look at how you can alter tables. Say if you want to change something, or you made a mistake, or you want to rename something, change the data type, you can use the alter table command. Alter, I cannot spell. Alter table user, and then I'm not sure what the syntax is. MySQL alter table. I don't use this very often, so
yeah.
That's not something that you use
Yeah,
very
yeah.
often.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe.
But yeah, this is the syntax. So auto table and then a table name and then the specification. So you can add column
Larger.
before
What
or
does it
after.
do the alter? What does it do the alter?
It changes something in the table.
Inside that.
So to add new columns or delete columns or change the column names or
Mm.
To edit it.
only the type.
Or
yeah, to edit
add
the table.
constraint, or you can drop a column, you can drop a primary key or a foreign key, modify. So if I want to modify the name, for example, alter table user, modify, or is it, no, sorry, it's change. Oops. Change, let's say it probably has a name. So we want to change the name
Users.
column to, let's say, username instead. Like this.
There is something wrong. I think you cannot use the elevation
there-
hyphen. There should be
Use the dot name.
no.
No.
User.
Just a second. Code definition.
Isn't it rename? No, never mind. That's renaming the table.
Or is it just rename?
No, that is just renaming the table.
Okay. Yeah, it wants me to give it.
I mean, you can
So
always
you
drop
have-
it and
you
add
have-
it again.
You can also do that, yeah. But I guess it's. Is it really necessary to specify this?
I mean, it might be.
Yes, it works now.
If we do that, alter table. So it didn't give us an error. That's good.
You are
So if we try to describe.
what does it do to
User.
describe?
It shows you what's inside the table, how it's defined. So now instead of name, we can see we have username.
Yeah.
So it actually worked. But apparently you need to specify the type even though it's already defined. And now it's become nullable because I didn't say not null. So I should probably, of course if I run this again, it would give me an error. But I could change it back. So if I say change username back to name and then varchar not null, like this. And we describe user again. Now we have no for null. So
Give me an error now.
okay, what does the error say?
If you execute it twice, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because then the column is renamed.
Yeah, and now column name in the.
But before it didn't.
Yeah, because before you had a column that was named name. Now you change it to username.
Oh, so you have to write, yeah. okay.
Yeah, I switched them back here. So now it's username to name.
Yeah.
So we're back where we started. Yeah, and I mean this is a very detailed command. There's a lot of stuff you can do. So I guess we won't go through them all because that's just. If you need it, you can read the documentation.
Yeah. So maybe the more useful one will be to add a column,
You send
which
the
is
snap?
basically alter table.
Yeah, I
the
can
same
do that.
thing, but add instead of change, and
Mhm.
drop a column, which would be just drop this column.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you're probably well. Actually, for migrations, it might be. I don't know.
Yeah,
It might
we can try to add a column. Add column name. So if we wanted to alter table user, and then maybe what should we do? Add column nickname, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, nickname. And yeah, I would probably use varchar still, But that's one way to do it. Like this, and then when we go to describe, we have a new.
So you have to define the type.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're adding something.
But let me ask you, when you do not null, it means that you don't want any null in it.
Yeah.
Will we give you error if there is any null?
If you try to add a
Yeah.
row that has the nickname set to null, it will give you an error.
So you didn't have this not null in the table, in the business table on the bar chart.
Well, like on the task table. for
Right,
the
because
description,
we
it
get
could
yeah,
be
the
null.
description.
Yes, there was not there.
Yeah.
You can actually go to the file that you use class to create the labels and look at the
Yeah,
description.
but let me ask you, if you do, because we will be talking about select what to give you the rows or the table or the field, because if you do, you don't do nothing on description, and we have an exercise to see if the database is in title or something, and the title has database in title, and the description has null. So if you say null, it will not show it, so the entire row will not be shown.
No.
You mean with the
So then
counting?
again,
Or
which kind of query is that?
Okay. The title had
It's always something. It can
you have database inside.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the description didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. It had null.
Yes.
If you put description varchar 255 not null, it means that we never whatever null is inside it never shows up.
So it's drop, not delete.
yeah, that's wrong.
This is not a query. This is just to change the tables.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you mean changing the
You know,
I don't know
it
what
means
happened.
that after, for example, after now, you want to insert the data, it should have been null. But before that, we have some data that is null.
Okay, so what
For
happens
nickname.
if in the task table you now change the description to be not null? Is that your
Yeah.
Oh, and you have nulls already.
So even the
Now it's
title,
Try that
even the
maybe.
title,
We can try it. I mean, I think
even
it.
the title, even if the title has database inside,
We'll see.
Alter table task. What is it? Change? I'm not sure.
Yeah, change column,
Change column
description.
description. Is this right? Description.
Yeah,
Varchar. Or is it text?
it's Russia.
Okay.
I think. Well, this is really better.
Yeah.
The tricky part is the null.
And then we say not null. This is exciting.
I don't know if it's the same,
Varchar.
the same thing inside.
Yeah, it is.
So we can do the same exercise about searching database.
Varchar is not valid at this position. Expecting an identifier.
Maybe
Maybe it's text.
Or is it just change maybe? No.
No, it only changed.
The second one have the where information.
Let's see. Change
Change
column,
column on the
old
back.
column name, new column name. But I don't want to rename it.
We changed the first one.
Oh, modify. When I don't want to rename it, it's just modify, I think. So, modify column, description. So now we're going to make it not null. And we'll see if we get an error. And yes, it says data truncated for column description. Oh, that's maybe because it was text before. But I actually think it still worked. Task. Oh. So
The text.
No. It didn't.
okay, it didn't work.
Probably because of the nose in there.
Yeah. But we can try. I mean, if we say text instead.
Because if you modify varchar, but it's not a varchar.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it only gives you the error on line 5. On, I mean on row 5.
Alter table,
Okay.
task modify. Yeah, invalid use of null value.
Okay.
So it doesn't let you do that.
Only because if you try
Not
to
null.
do it, instead do it on title.
Default.
The title is already not null. So
No, but make it null. It will change.
How do you make a single quote?
You can do that.
Oh.
Depends if the problem is on text or on varchar problem.
I'll just try this, just to see if... Nope. Maybe you could just default to an empty string.
No,
you cannot.
try to change one varchar on its title. Title is one of the field on top.
Mhm.
Change it and do instead of he's already null. He's already not null. Change it and make it null.
Okay, that's possible.
If it is a problem with the type of the field.
No, it's not the type. It's because it's already contains some null values, so you need to update those before. So actually, if we wanted to do it, I mean, we could set this to default mode, but I think instead we should. I mean, this is what we're gonna learn today. Update task, and I can't spell. Update task, set description. Set description to an empty string where description is null, exactly. Is
So
null.
actually you make it as a string. So it's not a new.
Is null. Like this. You're using safe update mode. What? I'm not sure what that means.
Disable safe mode. In preference.
It uses a key coin. I haven't seen that error before. Might be something new in my C. Or is it because description is a result one?
Let's try to do a select just to make sure that, but it should be fine.
Do a select? Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
Update is first route. Do you think it's we can use for description of table? When we use update,
Where's the
we want we can change a row of the table.
Yes.
So also this update work for the table itself.
No, it's only for, so
So
in this
I think
case, it will find, if it
Ah,
does
yeah,
work, it will
yeah,
find
yeah.
the rooms where the description is set, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
And you
Just
from
give them a
task,
new value. Like
select the fields from task.
Yep, you're right. From task. Okay,
Yeah.
so the select works, but apparently it's not a safe way to do an update.
let's try the command line.
Yeah, we can
Maybe
try.
it's a niche, is it some safe thing from the workbench?
It might be from Workbench. Can we?
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, we'll need a password. So. Yes. Okay. Where is this?
task DB2.
No, don't do it. You will. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a it's a work.
It's a Workbench thing, so it just
Yeah.
prevents you from shooting yourself in the foot, I guess you could say.
It's a
So-
workbench,
Yeah.
On Windows, by the way, when you install these, there's probably also command line utility. Somewhere.
So, but now I think we should be able to run this alter table that we talked about before.
Escape in shell, control F.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now it works. So if I describe task again, we see now that the description is not null.
Okay, so,
So-
now just copy paste the exercise that we have made on find the word database and the title, and there was one title that had a description, null.
Mhm.
I don't wanna, I just want to see if we keep the title and drop the description, or the entire row will be dropped. Because now if they're losing data, then it's losing the data.
No, it's not. I just changed everything with null to an empty string.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't update anything that was. I didn't reset.
Oh, okay, I got you. No, we
Yeah.
see the description of the empty string.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I didn't have this where, then I would be screwed, because then everything would be deleted. That's why it doesn't let me do that.
Yeah, and also when you're updating stuff, that's probably a good idea to like the select first, to make sure
Yeah.
that they know that they're going to
Test
update
your.
what you expect, what you think you're going to update.
And you can also do this limit 1. So it's only one row.
The first one.
Yeah.
What was the problem when you...
So, but anyway, that was altering.
It's very common that people want.
What was the last thing I wanted to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to show how you can remove a column. So we added nickname to the user table, and if we want to remove it again, we use the drop column. So if I do this, now it's gone, and if I describe user again, yeah, it's gone. So that's how you modify tables. I guess most of the time, if you're working on a big project, you would have to use something called migrations instead, where you can specify what you want to change in another programming language or in SQL. But yeah, it depends on which framework you're using and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you'll actually be using migrations on the final project.
Yeah.
And the idea is that like your database is probably going to change over time with your code, and you usually write scripts that like change the database and also can like put it back to the previous state. And the idea is that your code, like if you need to go back in your code, like to a previous commit, you also go back in the database with the code. So that things actually match. So yeah, like this add column, drop column, change the field, yeah, that's what you'll do in the migration. But you'll be using a proper framework for that, I guess, Next or something. And you'll get an introduction to that.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Next.
It's just so that you are not like, oh, what are migrations?
Okay, one last thing we should probably show with this alter table stuff is how you add something called indexes. And yeah, did we talk about that last time?
No.
I don't think we did. An index is kind of like what you would have in an old filing cabinet. If you have a lot of documents in there, you put these little square tabs on that says, you know, from A to B to C to D. It just helps you when you want to sort and pick a specific document or specific row in this case. So it's a way to make the database faster.
For searching and finding.
For searching and also sorting and yeah. So what you could do is alter table, let's say task, add index. We could add an index on the title, for example. And I'm not sure if expecting what. Let me just check. Index name.
You have title in the
Should just be
the task.
key part. Oh yeah, okay. It has to be in course, because you can have an index on multiple columns. So I would have to do this. Like this.
You already have title in the task.
Yeah, I have the column, but I don't have an index. So an index is something extra you can add.
Okay.
So if I do this, it didn't give me an error, but I'm not sure if I can see it with the describe actually.
You already have it.
Oh yeah, I can see I have a key here now. It's a different kind of key than a primary key because it's not a unique key, and it's not the primary key.
Stretch the.
For
This
the
one?
results, I don't
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I'll try.
the key.
Can we zoom in on this?
I don't think so. You can try the control scroll.
It doesn't.
You want to stretch
No,
it?
this-
Stretch it or make it?
Stretch this one.
Just make
Oh.
the column wide.
Yeah, so we can. Oh,
Yeah, it's just MUL.
What does it mean again?
What is the purpose of the index here?
The index is to help you find something faster. So if you didn't have an index and you wanted to find a specific task by its title, for example, then MySQL would have to check every task before it could say, okay, I found the one you're looking for. Or maybe the ones you're looking for if there's many.
Can you show how does it work?
What do you mean? Like how I can use
I
it?
want to know how do you use it, yeah.
Well, I just use it with a select. So select, I'm not sure how to make a star on this. What? Help!
Shift something. Where is the star?
Oh, okay, shift and then, yeah. From task where title, like, and then, yeah, database, present, like this.
Okay.
Then that would be faster. But it's you have to have like thousands or millions of rows before it really makes a difference. But what you can do is you
I
can
really
say,
get it honestly, because we already used this method in the last class.
yeah, you did, but now we have an index, and
But where is this index? I don't
You
know.
know, it's when, for example, we have 2 million, 3 million data.
Yeah.
It wants to search it.
Okay.
But when it's index, it's very faster.
Yeah.
Just go to the title and find the like, for example, data.
I understood.
Basically,
But
kind
for
of
this one, it's just maybe 10.
Where is it?
35. So
Does it
it's
have a
not-
column? Does it have any specific place to show that these tables have index?
this is a describe task.
yeah,
But like imagine like
this one.
what it
So
kind of
key,
does is to order all the titles by alphabetical order. So when you're looking, it's much faster because like you know what you're like if you're looking for a title that starts with a C, you just have to know where the C is, and which is faster than if it's further then it's like all over the place.
So kind of like
Okay, imagine this, the cabinet files like Class07 that are like A and every file starting with an A and then B, every file starts with a B, C, every file starting with a C. So when you want to get like, for instance, a file with my name, I just go straight to the and look there. I don't look like starting from the very first file, right?
yeah. Otherwise, you would have to. It would be like in JavaScript, you would have a for loop, and you would loop through everyone until you found a match. And maybe if you want to have them all, then you have to look way to the end until you are sure that you have everyone. But if you know that it's by the first letter, then you can just go straight to M, for example, and only look for those. So it's a lot faster.
Like there's no real way of showing what's going behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's
You just see a decrease in like an increase in speed If the database was big, but this way database quite
Okay,
small.
what does it mean the PRI and MMUL? Or
PRI is a primary key,
Yeah.
so that's a unique.
Yeah, you definitely
okay.
And MUL is the default type of index. So it's an index, but it's not unique. But one thing we should probably also mention is you can use this in front of your select, the explain keyword. And when I run this now, MySQL tells me what it's going to do. So I can see here, so it's using where, but just a second.
But I don't get why you don't use index for everything. So is this faster?
No, you don't use it for everything. If you put an index in all the fields, it's the same thing as doing nothing else.
Yeah,
So what?
because when you have an index, you have you use extra space, so the hard drive fills up faster.
And also it gets confusing, I guess, if you put it on all the fields.
Yeah.
So usually add the index to the fields that you know you'll be searching for.
And I don't think you can't have an index on a text column, for example, but you can on a varchar and on ints and dates. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we here got the problem that we were trying to add index on the title, and it said, oh, the title is too big to add an index.
okay,
You can
That doesn't
let us
work
to do it.
Yeah.
No, I need to. It actually had a
But it's just it did.
yeah. So I have an example where you can actually see the difference now, I think. So when I was searching for database before, I was searching in the middle of a string. It could be anywhere, but then it's tough to use an index because you're not starting from the start of the title. But if I want to find everything that starts with the word learn, then I can see that when I just do the select,